Hi, in this video we are going to learn how to implement inheritance between two function constructors. In JavaScript, you can create an object in 4 ways, and how you implement inheritance depends on how you are creating an object. For example, inheritance implemented between two object literals are different than inheritance implemented between two function constructors. In this video, my focus is to teach you how you can implement inheritance between two function constructors. So let's get here. So here you see that I have created a function animal, and if I want to use this function as a constructor, what will I do? I'll say that let a, and I will call this function using new. So we say that new animal and then pass to value of name and age. So here we are passing this. So here we are calling that animal function using new. It means animal function will return us a newly created object, and we can print that right here. So here on printing, you see that we got that object printed. So far so good. Now let us assume that we have two more functions called dog and cat. We know that dog and cat has properties such as name and age, which is common from animal. So right now, if you go ahead and implement dog function without keeping in mind inheritance, how would we do that? We'll say that, hey, this dot name is equal to name, this dot is equal to age, and then this dot family is equal to family. In the same way, for cat, we would do exactly the same. We'll say that, hey, this dot name is equal to name, this dot is equal to age, this dot love milk is equal to love milk, and let's say this dot color is equal to color. Now if I ask you that what is the problem in this approach, so here you take your 5 seconds and think what is problem in this approach. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Problem is that dog and animal, dog and cat both are animals. Dog also has name and age property, cat also has name and age property, and both of them are kind of duplicating the code from animal function. Here we know that dog and cat both are animal, then these lines, line number 11 and 12 from dog function and line number 19 and 20 from cat function, is kind of redundant. How we can mitigate that? So that is our purpose number 1 for implementing this inheritance. So for that, what we are going to do, we'll get rid of this dot name and age from here and also from here. And here we will indirectly call animal function. So we'll say that, hey, animal dot call, and then you pass current object, and this is the current object, and then name and age to the animal function. So what is happening that here you are reusing this from animal function in dog. Same step you got to do in cat function. So animal dot call and current object this, and then you can pass name and age. Now as you see that we are able to reuse animal function assignment for name and age. Alright, so that is step 1 to implement inheritance between two function constructor. Now let's go ahead and say var d1 equal to new dog, and here you can say so dog family, let's say dog belong to some XYZ family, and it has a name of dog is foo, and age of dog is 10. So console.log and d1. Same, let's go ahead and implement a cat. We can say new cat, and let's say cat loves milk, and the color of cat is white, and name of cat is Ku, and age of cat is 9. So here I have created console.log c1, and we created one dog object and one cat object. Dog object also has name and age property, and cat object also has name and age property. So as you see here is that let's run it again, and on running you can see that name and each property is with dog and cat object. So we are successfully able to reuse animals function to create dog and cat. Now let us assume that all animal can eat. So we are going to add a function or a method in the animal function constructor. Let's not call it a method, call it a functionality to this. So how we will do that? We say that, hey, animal.prototype dot, let's say, can eat equal to function, and here we are saying that console.log this.name can eat. All right. Now you may have a question that why I'm adding this function cat can eat in a prototype of animal function, not here. We can add that here as well, but why we are not doing that? Because this is the better approach, and this is the approach you should follow, that if you want a functionality to be shared across all the objects of a function constructor, you need to add that with the prototype object of that function. If you do not know what is prototype, I have already created a video on that, which you can find link in the description about prototypes in JavaScript. Alright, so here I have added animal.prototype can eat function can eat. Now you see that this D1 and C1 has access to name and age property, which you see here output. But now let's go ahead, and here we would say that, okay, can we say D1 dot can eat and C1 dot can eat. So when we try to do that, what happens here is that JavaScript complains about it. It tells you that it doesn't know what is d1.can eat. It doesn't know what is c1.can eat. There is a type error. Means clearly we are able to reuse functionality of animal function from here, that assignment of this dot name and assignment to age variable. But this dog and cat doesn't have access to other functions of animal function. It means it is not correct. If it is inherited correctly, it should have access to the functionalities of parent function. So for that, step 2, what you need to do is, once you have created this dog and cat, in step 2 what you need to do is you would say that, hey, dog object dot set prototype of, and here we'll say that dog.prototype is set to animal.prototype. So you can say that, hey, object set prototype of dog.prototype is animal.prototype. Now let's go ahead here and run it again. So I have commented for cat, only testing for dog, because we have linked their prototypes. And here you see that here you are not getting the error, and here you are getting the message that foo can eat. Great. Next, what you can do, so this is the one way you have to link prototype of parent function constructor and prototype of child function constructor. So that you have done here, Object.setPrototypeOf. Other way you can do is that for cat, let's say that we can say that for cat here. For cat, I can say cat dot prototype dot proto. I can use that as well, but let's go ahead and use only Object.setPrototypeOf. So we say that Object.setPrototypeOf, and then again cat.prototype and animal.prototype. All right, so here we have linked a prototype of cat cat function and animal function, and also prototype of dog function and animal function. So now here let's run that. I'm going to comment this console log, and then I'm going to comment this. Now we should get output foo can eat and coo can eat. And here in the bottom you see that you are getting foo can eat, you are getting coo can eat. Great. So this is the way you can create inheritance between two function constructors. You need to implement it in 2 steps. Step 1 is use animal call method or apply method to indirectly call the function parent function constructor and reuse that assignment operations, which we are doing here in line number 14. and line number 21 for cat function. Once that is done, you need to set link prototype of parent function constructor and prototype of child function constructor, which we are doing here using Object.setPrototypeOf. And here you have now animal function, which is as a parent function constructor, for dog function constructor and cat function constructor. So I hope you find this video useful. Always keep in mind that that you need to do these two steps, indirectly calling the parent function using call or apply, or linking the prototype using Object.setPrototypeOf. Please go ahead and implement this in your code, and if you are facing any difficulty, let me know. If you have any other use case for inheritance in JavaScript, please let me know, and I'd be happy to create another video on that. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. That will motivate me. Thank you.